Hickory-dickory-dock. The mouse ran up the clock. Screw him, let him stay there. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over the candlestick. Great balls of fire. The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell. I had a cherry once, but now it's shot to hell.
So, with all this momentum, why not jump to a larger medium, say television?
Nigel, would you believe some fakakta agent got me an audition for that girl?
Oh, no, no. Impossible.
Slated. That girl audition, take one.
Oh, Dan, can you come in here for a minute? My toe is stuck in a bowling ball.
His name is Donald, and this character doesn't smoke.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Don, is that a bowling ball in your pocket, or you just happened to see me? Oh, Don, you lousy prick, my toe is stuck in a goddamn bowling ball. Thank you very much. But I did do one gig in television.
Oh, yeah? Tell us about it.
Nigel, did you have that hidden camera show over there in England?
Oh, yeah, most definitely we did.
Well, the show was so successful that they wanted to do a spin-off. You know, with a little harder edge, like hidden camera, but meaner. Oh, yeah, hello, Mrs. Leonard. Hi, this is your broker. Are you sitting down? The stock bottomed out, and you've completely lost every cent. Yeah, no, I know it's all the money you have in the world. Sure, no, it is hard for a 90-year-old woman to find work. Uh-huh. Now, hold on a second, okay? Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here. Mr. Horowitz, your test results are back, and I'm afraid I've got some bad news and some more bad news. The bad news is the tumor is malignant, and the more bad news is don't buy any long-playing records.
But you told me it was 99% sure to be benign.
I know. I'm very sorry. Mr. Horowitz, smile. Only kidding. I'm Rusty Berman from Mean Hidden Camera. It was all a big joke. Mr. Horowitz, to camera, please. A little too cruel.
So how did the album come about?
Well, Sid, in his infinite wisdom before his demise, could see that an album would do very well. You know, people to play in the privacy of their homes because Mr. and Mrs. Des Moines wouldn't be caught dead in a joint like mine.
Rusty Berman, of course, used to have all the after-hours albums. My parents had them. And they had great titles. We had a bunch of them. We had This End Up, was very popular. And the big one was Torpedoes High to the Sky, which I didn't really get till about 11th grade, the title. There was a joke she told on Oops, There Goes My Breadstick, which I later heard Morty Gunty do. And I think Morty got it originally from Rusty, Morty and Rusty. And the joke was, a guy comes home drunk and says to his wife, I was in this bar, the most beautiful bar I've ever seen. It was gorgeous. It was gold. Everything was gold and shiny. They had plates were gold, the cups were gold, the chair, everything was gold. Even in the bathrooms, the urinals were made out of gold. And he passes out drunk, and his wife does not believe him, so she calls every bar in the city. Do you have gold plates and cups? No. Do you have gold? Finally, she gets to the last bar. She says, do you have gold plates and cups? The guy says, yes, we do. That's our motif. That's our theme here. We have golden things. She says, really? You have golden chairs, golden furniture? The guy says, that's us, ma'am. Golden everything. She said, now, this may seem like a silly question, but my husband was in, and he said that you had gold urinals. You actually have a gold urinal? And the guy says, could you hang on a second? Hey, Louie, I think we got a lead on a guy who pissed in a saxophone. Rusty Berman.
So it was around this time that you married Vincent?
Yes. Vinny, the squid, Scungeel. And it turned out to be my longest marriage, 17 years.
Hey, kid, why did they call you the squid?
Because to my sorry opponent, in his face, it looks like I got 8 arms coming at him.
Well, wouldn't that be an octopus?
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't marry him for his brains, that's for sure.
Then why did you marry him?
Did you hear about the guy comes home from the doctor? The wife asks him, what'd the doctor say? The husband goes, he said, I have 6 hours to live. The wife says, well, what would you like to do? He says, how about sex? So they have a little sex. A little while later, she says, well, what would you like to do now? He says, how about some more sex? Huh? They do it again. A little while later, she says, what would you like to do now? He says, how about sex? Once more. She says, look, I gotta get up in the morning. What two things in the air will make a woman pregnant? Her legs.
So Vincent Jr. was born when?
62. Squid Jr. was born. I was in labor for about 3 weeks with that one. That head of his was so big and round and painful. It was like passing an entire ham.
And Milton, when was he born?
Milty, I don't remember the year. I just remember it was during Squid's title fight with Dick Tiger. And you know what? He always blamed the kid for losing that bout. It put a permanent rift between them. And then Rona was born in 65.
So how did family life suit you?
We weren't really cut out for it. Kids, frankly, once you have them, you can't have a decent meal uninterrupted. And I guess I always resented that. I also did not fit in very well with that whole scene.
Your silvery beams will bring love's dreams. We'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon.
Thank you. That was lovely, Mrs. Tierney. Don't forget, after the talent show this evening, there's free apple cider in the rear. Now let's welcome Vincent Jr.'s mommy, Mrs. Rusty Berman.
Well, if your kid is anything like mine, you know it's a major production getting his hair cut because he's always afraid of the barber. So the last time he went, what does the barber do? He gives my kid a little cookie. So he starts to cut my kid's hair. My kid's looking down. He's picking like this. So the barber says, do you have a little hair on your cookie? And my kid goes, I'm only 7 years old, you schmuck. Man, tough crowd. But I always had the club, and that's what sustained me. Did you hear about the lady? A little bit of an older lady, went to the doctor. Doctor asked her, madam, what's wrong? She says, doctor, I got a discharge. Doctor says, all right, madam, lay down on the table and we'll have a look. So he puts on the rubber finger, he puts it up her knish there, and she's going, oh, doctor, I like it, doctor, I love it, doctor. He says, yes, madam. She says, the discharge. In the ear, I got it, in the ear. Okay, so a woman walks into a record store. She asks the clerk, do you have Hello, Dolly? He says, what speed? She goes, hello, Dolly, well, hello. Those were fun times, really fun. Oh, hi, Mrs. Himmelfarb. Can I help you with something?
What are you doing here?
I'm doing an interview.
What's it going to be on?
It's for British Broadcasting.
Oh, I don't get that channel. Are you ever going to be on Merv?
Not anytime soon.
Did the board approve this interview on condo grounds?
Yes, I believe they did. Thanks for stopping by now. I wish you much traction in your life.